Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. I'm back once again here to release some NBA picks of the day for Thursday evening. Now we crashed and burned last night on our NBA picks. However, for the playoffs I'm still 34, 23, and 2, and I have a couple of more plays here tonight on the Western Conference Finals game number 2, starting with the spread tonight, which is at minus 10.5 in favor of the Golden State Warriors here this evening. Of course, the Rockets covered easily at a plus 10 number in game number 1 because of a very slow start by the Golden State Warriors. Warriors looked kind of timid, maybe a little bit scared to start the game, but that faded very, very quickly as they took control of the game in the second half. Now, a big question mark for this one, obviously, is Dwight Howard, whether or not his knee is going to allow him to play this evening. He's listed as questionable for tonight. And without him in game number 1, the Warriors had no problem going small, sticking Draymond Green at the center and really wearing out the Rockets with a very fast-paced style of game, spreading their defense out a lot as well. And if Howard can't go in this one, I think that's the place that we need to go for this game and lay the points here with the Golden State Warriors. Now, I'm going to lay off, I think, if Dwight Howard plays, so make sure you double-check back before the game, before placing your bets as well, and see whether or not he's going to give it a go tonight, because I think if he plays, probably going to lay off the spread entirely. But if he does not play, I'm going to go ahead and lay the points with the Golden State Warriors here at minus 10.5. They really only need one other guy to show up and have a good game in order to cover this spread here, because they almost had it in game number 1 if they wouldn't have started off so slow in the first quarter. And they were on pace to recover as well in that one. So I think I'm going to lay the points here at minus 10.5. Add that to your NBA picks here tonight. For the total tonight, it's sitting at 220 points, which is actually just a little bit higher than what it was in game number 1, despite the under-cashing in that game. Now, we were on pace to cash the over on that one, but of course, the third quarter started off a little bit slow for both of these clubs. Both teams scored about a total of 20 points in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter, which really put us off pace in this one, but I don't think that's going to happen here in this second game. And the sportsbooks, I think, realized this as well, that they got away with one in game number 1 with the over not cashing just because of that slow start to the third. But I think that the trends for the Rockets here recently, with the way their defense is looking, especially with potentially without Howard here tonight, the Golden State Warriors might drop 125 points here at home this evening and easily cash the over at 220 points. Rockets have now cashed the over in 5 of their last 6 road playoff games this postseason. They've also cashed the over in 6 of their last 8 playoff games overall. So I think that's the direction I'm going to go tonight here one more time before I reassess after this evening. So over 220 along with Warriors minus 10.5. Those are your NBA picks of the day. Best of luck to you on both of those, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.